Here we go. It's a live show, baby. It's a live show. Yeah, don't you? Oh, we gotta shut that window. It's hard in the summertime. We have all this daylight till 9 o'clock. Hard to do these Sunday night live shows. All right, how's that? Still gotta come through the window.
I can't. I don't know what's happening. I can't get to my. It keeps going to that when I try
Because
to
you're not
turn it
even
down.
where you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's
watch.
human error.
Then when you push that down.
Yeah, just keep your fingers off everything. See, that's usually how it works.
I already did that, and
Yeah. Okie dokie. Everybody's coming and showing up while I'm schooling Stacy on how to operate her communication device, which is all the time. Okay, y'all, tonight we are getting into it. We're going to talk about a home remedy that you need to have. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And we're going to talk about like lots of stuff.
Yeah, we
lots
always
of
do.
stuff. I have like a multitude of things that we're
plethora.
going to check.
Is it
Yeah,
a
a plethora.
Plethora.
So we have lots of stuff to talk
A
about.
plethora.
So much to talk about.
So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Hope you guys are buying into that lion sub stuff. Man, I learned a lot of stuff about the Titanic, though. Wow. We are just getting messed with left and right. The Rockefellers. Oh my goodness. The Vanderbilts. Who are these people, man? Why does America care what the WEF and the WHO and Bill Gates and all these people? Why do we care? Why do we care?
Oh, we got everyone's here for Arkansas, and Iowa, and Canada, and Indiana, and Arkansas. Here's Missouri, Montana, New
Texas. You guys better get a handle on that border. All the Texan citizens should be lining up at the border. We know you got the guns. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. Here
Oh, there's
we go.
someone from Fenton.
Oh boy.
Long
Howdy,
time ago.
neighbor.
When I used to go to the drive-in theater there. How many of you guys, did anyone used to sneak in to the drive-in theater that are old enough to know what a drive-in theater is? We used to hide as many people as we could, and we would put coats and stuff on us so we wouldn't have to all pay. Did you ever go to the drive-in?
I don't know. Yeah, I've been to the drive-in.
No,
My
when
mom
you
would
were a
definitely-
kid.
Yeah.
Well,
for
when you
sure.
sneak in.
I never snuck in. I might have hid down in the seat with my mom because they were scamming them. You know, too many people, so she was getting in cheaper. That's a definite could have happened. Let me see here.
Utah, Cape Cod, Ohio, Michigan.
It was 101 degrees yesterday. Humidity was off the chain, and the ground is drying up.
It's so terrible.
The ground is drying up.
Our cisterns are.
Yeah, everything's drying up.
There's Arizona,
Well,
Delaware. Oh, Linda just got her chocolate tea delivered today. Yay!
Yay! Doug did it again. I do get it right sometimes. One home remedy that y'all should have. We're going to talk about it here in a second. We're just waiting for everybody to show up because we were running a little bit late. All y'all. See, look at this big old monster jug of this stuff we have.
It's been around the block.
All y'all should be having it. If you're not having it, you're missing
Hi,
it.
Diana.
You got to have it.
Kansas, Georgia, Florida, Michigan, Ontario, Alberta.
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
New Mexico. Oh, Arizona's 105 degrees. They beat us.
Yeah, but it's not humid there. We're dying over here. Drip, drip. It's like that song, drip, drip.
You gotta sing it.
Oh my goodness. Y'all got you. This is what we're going to be talking about right here. Stacy's going to keep putting her phone there and keep dropping it all the time.
Oh, you're dropping it.
Use that. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight. This is the home remedy all y'all should have.
Oh, Julie was in the trunk of the car for the drive-in.
Oh,
a lot of people did that.
We did this.
We were wimps. We went under. We covered ourselves with the coat.
All right, I'm going to hit my thumbs up right now. You have to exit out of the chat, give it a thumbs up, then hit the live chat button again, and then you can see the chat. Tit, tat,
I
titty,
just
tat.
did, and it exploded.
Whoa! That means it's
And then you guys
exciting.
know how to, you know, when you want to push it and go to the chat, you don't push where it is. You put it, you go down lower. Remember how they changed it? Yeah. Got it.
Okay, I'm trying to get everybody in the house so we can tell you guys this bestest ever home remedy that all of y'all should have in your house.
Video is blurry. I think he's trying to fix it. Did we fix it with the hotspot?
No. The video shouldn't be blurry. We're on a live feed right off the phone here. It looks pretty like a hot mess though.
Oh yeah. Why is that? You put yours on hotspot. That happened last week, and then you put it on yours, and it was okay.
No, we work off the phone.
Yeah.
That's the phone. There's no hotspot involved. I'm only using that for the laptop. I know your computer challenged, but that's what's going on. So we shouldn't have any problem with the phone. Okay. Yeah, so everyone says it's blurry.
Maybe
we had to come in the house because it's so windy outside.
Yeah, we were outside in the garden, had everything set up, and then the sun was out, and it got so windy, and it was really hard to hear. So that's why we had to abort the mission and come over here.
Can you see now? Is it still blurry? Tell us right now if it's blurry. Oh my gosh, is that really what we're seeing here?
Oh, maybe it's the light.
It's not the light.
Here, let's try it.
It's not the light.
Does that help?
No.
No. I can see the light over there.
Blurry, blur, blurry, blur, blur. Dang it, y'all. I mean, now it sounds like an old Western. I'm waiting for the tumbleweed to blow by. It's bad. This is bad internet. I don't even know what to tell you. Hold on. Let's try to move on. Let's take our show on the road.
Are we gonna move?
Oh, maybe. Let's try this. Let's see if I can get you more juice. Maybe that'll do it. I'm putting some solar power in you right now. Hang on.
Let's see what happens.
It doesn't look like it's much better.
Oh, a little. Oh, it's it is a little bit. Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
It's a little better.
We're off grid.
Turn it.
We live off grid. So you guys are going to get a little bit,
Now we're going to be sweating to death.
man, oh man, it's hot up in her.
Yeah, but now we don't have to breathe.
No breeze. Shut the door. We're just trying our best. Hold on. Last thing I'm going to do.
It does look better.
Last thing I'm going to do.
Yeah, the glare out. What happened there?
There it is. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're trying everything. We're trying everything. And it's not working at all. Oh my gosh.
It's better. Oh, it's the door.
It's the door.
We need to move over maybe.
Nope. Don't move. Oh.
We had everything set up beautifully in the garden. If we wait a few minutes, we could probably do it in the garden now.
No, we can't. It's too windy.
Oh no, everyone says it's much better.
I don't know what the hard part of that for you guys.
It looks good now. It looks good.
Okay.
It's good.
We're on it. We're trying.
We're doing it.
I hope you guys all appreciate it. We are really trying hard. Please do not leave our live show. We will try to do everything possible.
We're gonna hang a towel on the door, and then we'll be perfect, I think. Here he goes.
And I'll lose 10 pounds while we do the live show.
He's got plenty of water. There, that's
All right.
Yay, okay.
Holy smokes, man. We need a studio.
Okay, now we can do it.
I am so sorry. 9 minutes. I wasted 9 minutes of your time. Please don't be mad at me. All right, man. Sorry about that. I didn't know everything was so sensitive. Okay, here we go. We're going to get right into it now. We wasted 10 minutes. You ready? We're going to talk about the home remedy. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, so here is the home remedy. It is, here's my fancy label.
Okay, first let's talk about all the things it can do. we want to talk about, okay, so let's talk about benefits first. Let's go. Put it down. We're going to talk about.
The big thing for me is when I have things in like the remedy book, home remedy book that I'm writing right now that I'm almost finished with.
She's almost finished with.
I like to pick one thing and have it on the homestead. I can buy it in bulk or make it in bulk. And then that way I can use it for multiple things. So I don't have to have a lot of things.
Like what? Like you could use it for what?
So this?
You can make a face mask for your beauty.
Yes, you could do it for a face mask. You could put it in your bath. You could do it like.
Hold on, put it in your bath?
Sure, you could put some in your bath.
You sprinkle it in your bath?
Yeah, you put like, three-fourths of a cup. It's very detoxifying. There's a lot of times, people are, maybe even if you're going through chemotherapy or something like that, you have more pores in the bottom of your feet. So like I like to do, like, you could do different foot baths. So you could put a little bit of that in a, like a 3/4 of a cup or so in your water and then detox your feet because it's going to draw and pull impurities out.
What if you had mastitis?
Yeah, it works for mastitis. It's good to pulling out inflammation. It's good at pulling out pain. It's good for burns. It's good
on humans cuts. And your animals, y'all. So it's dual purpose.
Yeah, and it's
cuts.
Good.
What about cuts?
Cuts and scratches. Like for me, I'm waiting to do it, but today I've been fermenting the past few days, doing lots of stuff with, sauerkraut. If you look at my stove, it's loaded with tons of stuff. Would you like to show my stove?
There's her stove.
Hold on.
We're not just making this up. She spent all day. I was even helping her. I was up to my elbows in sauerkraut. Tell him.
So
I was helping.
He did help me. He did. Because I cut my finger and I'm like, hard to massage the sauerkraut.
I had to save her.
Yeah, he did. So he helped me. And he got it done and I did. So if you like, I cut my finger really good and it was really hurting, because your nerve endings there in your finger. So I put it on there. It helps to take the pain away. So as soon as
you have the cut, you put this magic potion that we're going to tell you about in 1 second. Don't go anywhere. And then you put it on your cut and it'll start taking away the pain and go right to healing it almost immediately.
Yeah, and I really like it for the kids. The grandkids are over and they fall down. I just said, go get it. They'll go get my little jar. They open it up. They can just put their finger in there and just wipe it wherever it hurts. And I don't have to mess with it. Because you know how sometimes you have kids or grandkids that they don't want you to touch them at all. And it works good because they can do it to themselves. And then it takes the pain away very, very quickly. So and
you just keep it in your house. Like you just keep this whole jar in your house and you're just scooping it out and using it as you need it. And you just keep kind of hydrating it and it just lasts and lasts and lasts. And then you.
So what I was going to say is I keep it like.
She had hair leaves.
You keep it in the RV or I keep it in different buildings. If you have like a shed or if you have a workshop, I would keep one everywhere.
Bee stings, yeah.
For me, we call it the bentonite clay gel. So what I like to do is have it. I did. Everyone's guessing anyway. They know. We talk about it all the time. So
bentonite clay, y'all. I'm leaving links in the chat. Get your bentonite clay.
Where is
There's a bag right here. We got it. We got them to get it in a new bag for you guys. Check it out. A new bag. Homestead serving. Right. It's the homestead serving bag. I just made it up. And anyways, they did actually put this together because people want the bentonite clay that follow our channel. And if you want to make sure you can get it good and easy.
So here's the thing that I use it for all the time.
All the time.
Homemade tooth powder. I use it all the time. I love it. And you can use it in, different like deodorant recipes. I have one that's more of a paste that I'll use that in.
You can brush your teeth with it, use it for deodorant, put it on cuts. If the grandkids are out in the gravel and they fall down, it pulls the gravel out of their skin.
Fiberglass shards that
burns.
Pull it out. Yeah.
I mean, just on
really
and
good
on.
With burns.
Cuts.
Because the thing is it's loaded with so many of the minerals, the healing minerals that your body has, that the soil has. I mean, it's just minerals from the sea. So what it's going to do is it's going to help with scarring, preventing the scarring if you do have something. So it's one thing that I just really like, and it doesn't hurt when you put it on. It does, like, especially for kids. So I love it. I use it for so much. It's great for detoxifying baths. It's great for just a foot bath or a regular bath. Just remember when you do take a bath, this is my recommendation. Don't put like a couple cups in. About 3/4 of a cup is all you need. You don't want it so you can dilute it enough so that it goes down the drain. You don't want to put a lot in there. So that would be my recommendation for that. If you do a foot bath, if you put a cup or so in there in your foot bath, I would definitely go ahead and dump the water outside. Or actually, I would use that on my plants because it's going to have a lot of wonderful properties for your plants to give it all the, your calcium and magnesium and all those things that you need for your soil.
And y'all, when you use our link, right, it actually saves you money. We actually work with these patriots. They're nice folks. They don't run from us because we're out here telling you guys about what's going on in this crazy mixed up world. And if the stuff works.
Oh, and then I saw someone, yes, it's really good on
burns. And you get a discount.
The one thing, it's great on bites. Amazing on bites. If you have any itchies or anything anywhere, it'll take the itch away. Poison ivy. If you have anything, like any kind of bite, it really helps. And the cool thing about it is it does draw. So it's going to pull out the toxins. So I use it immediately. Let's say I got a tick on me and maybe he just started to maybe put his mouth in there. I'll take him out. I'll put it on there immediately just to suck anything out. Or maybe you had a tick in there for a while and you pull it, you get it out, put it on there immediately to start drawing out all the toxins. It's wonderful. Same thing as a toothpaste. It's going to help draw the toxins out. Also it has healing herbs. So that's the bag. Bentonite
clay from Redmond. We're leaving a link for you guys. It's also at our website, offgridwithdougandstacy.com, and then hit the shop tab, scroll down, click the Redmond link. You should get salt and bentonite clay if it's your first order ever. Get this bag right here. This is a...
How many pounds is it?
6 pound bag of bentonite clay, and then get a bucket of salt.
And that's ready to store.
Yes.
You guys, if you want to start, getting stuff ready for who knows what's going to happen.
And I would try to get, one every week. The stuff, none of that stuff goes bad. And you're going to be using it, and it's a great barter item. You could give it to your family if you care about them.
And then Patty wanted to know, it's great for burns, Patty.
Excellent.
The only thing you have to make sure of is that you need to keep it moist because when you put that stuff on, it dries, and it kind of gets cracky. You need to keep it moist. So you might want to wrap it with something to keep it moist. Otherwise, it'll hurt a burn. Like if you had really, a bad burn. But like, if you're burning yourself on the oven or, how sometimes it just is so painful, it will take the pain away almost immediately. It's crazy how it does that. So I love it. I use it for so many different things. I know people have used it for eczema and psoriasis, just helps too, possibly with that. And are you going to put some on? He might put a facial mask on for you.
No. That's what it looks like when you have it all pasted up, right? And then you just slap it on your wound or whatever it is you're out to mess with. And this is great for if your kids, if they have acne problems, stuff like that. This will really help.
I know some of the little Amish girls, what I do is I give them little presents. I give each of the families, like a little jar of it, and I tell them all the things it can do. And then they go and they try it. And a lot of the young kids, especially the young girls, if they have acne and stuff, they use it and they like it. Or they'll do the facial and it really helps them too. So they really like it. So I just like the bentonite clay. So that's totally a must here. And they have that bag right now. And I thought, let you guys know real quick about it. So if you're starting to get your preps ready, that would be wonderful to use it for.
It's best if you keep it in glass, but you just do what you got to do. If you got to put it in some plastic, go ahead.
And then if you do toothpaste or tooth powder, I did a video on it. What's it called?
Yeah, tooth powder. The best tooth powder off grid, Doug.
Yeah, so it's really good. It's simple, easy to make, and you can do so many variations. And a lot of the stuff, that I talk about or we talk about, if something's not quite right and you don't like it, you can tweak it just a little bit. It's so simple.
How do you make this now? What are you mixing?
So this is how hard it is. Would you like me to make it for you right now? I'm going to make it. So get me my bag. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. So what I do is I try, for gifts for people, that's what I do. I'll give them the gel, and then they can keep it in their pantry or wherever. Keep one in your car, you never know. Because the thing is a lot of times if you don't have it done, then you have this powder. So you have the powder. And then you're going to have to mix it, and it's a big pain. Here, it's ready to go. So all you're going to do is 2 parts of the powder.
It's great for diaper rash.
Yes. Thank you for that one. So it's really, really good. You can put it in an old, like a spice with the little holes in the top you use for spices, and then you can just shake it and use it for diaper
pizza
rash.
shaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Parmesan pizza shaker.
Yeah. So you could use it. It's wonderful for diaper rash. You don't have to worry about any toxic anything. So, don't Don't use metal.
Don't use metal.
I can't believe I did that.
Oh
yeah,
my
relax
gosh. What are you doing?
I know. Well, I couldn't grab anything. Get my wooden spoon.
Shame.
Shame.
Tell them now.
So don't you want to use
Y'all got to use
plastic?
the wooden spoon. Don't use plastic. Use a wooden spoon. That's how good this stuff is. Like, you treat it right. You can't be putting these contaminated chemicals on there. You got to use wood.
So you're going to...
Man, why are you such a mess?
I'm a mess, aren't I? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do 1 part of the bentonite clay. Okay, how I did that. And then I'm going to do 2 parts for water.
So no matter what size you're putting it in. So in this one right here, she would have done 1 part and then 2 parts water. So it doesn't matter what you're putting it in.
It does matter what kind of water you use.
Yes.
Your city water or the water you get from your tap is loaded with so many chemicals, like over 3,000 different types of chemicals. There's everything. Even chemotherapy drugs. There's so much stuff in it. You guys, whatever you're doing with in your water systems, try to get a filter that you can screw on your faucet. They're not that expensive. You can get them at the box stores. Anything, but try not to, you definitely don't drink it, or you don't want to put it on your skin because you're going to absorb it. So you want to use some good filtered water in here. So I'm going to go over here to the sink because we have rainwater, and I'm going to put it in there, and Doug can talk to you. I'll be right back.
And it's going to be blurry. You guys are just going to have to suck it up. Just listen to the information and just hang out with us. We're doing the best that we can. We live off grid. We're working with the cell phone. The Skylink satellites flew over the other night, and nothing's working right. You guys ever seen that thing?
Did anybody
now
see
they're up
that?
to like 50 or something. I'm looking outside the other night. I'm like,
50.
I've seen like the 12, and then the other night I'm like, Stacy, there's like 50 of these satellites in a row.
It was crazy, and it was so fast, and I thought, what in the heck is it? Are we being invaded by aliens? Yes, it helps with the shingles pain.
I don't like
it helps with shingles pain.
Yes, it helps with shingles pain. Simple, clean, and real. Bentonite clay is like the protective layer over all the pristine salt mines at Redmond's. Okay, so this stuff comes right out of the ground in Utah. It doesn't get shipped around the world or anything. This is made in America stuff right in Utah.
Oh no, your Alexa Pure leaked all over your kitchen. So then you must have filled it up too much because I've had that done with the Berkey too. They have a little glass thing that you can see how much water you have in it, and that really made a huge difference for me.
Yeah, you can get a glass eyesight.
Yeah, on them so you know. Probably the hardest part about this is mixing it up. It's kind of messy, so.
Can I use a foot bath mixed with Epsom salt?
Sure, you could.
So she's just mixing the powder around into the liquid without splashing it and getting it.
I don't want to make a mess of the table, but yeah. So you're gonna mix it up really good.
Because it's like,
whoops.
it's like clay.
Well, that's what it is. It is clay.
Right. So when you guys are messing with it, you just got to kind of work it up.
Why do you think animals, when they are not feeling well or they're hurt, they go down by the water and they'll roll in the clay or they'll even eat the clay? Because it's healing. They know instinctually that it's good. So we need to be more like the animals and be more in tune with nature.
You cannot get too much Redmond salt in your body. Unless you just pour it in your mouth.
No, well, just, honestly, you know what, guys? You don't want to do too much. If something's good for you, you don't want to do too much.
Right.
Just, you don't want to be caking salt in and drinking it all day. No, that's not good.
And of course, bison love the red clay. This is like right by their natural running habitats.
Okay.
In Utah.
So, see, I have my little gel. I would highly recommend you don't fill it all the way up. You need a little space.
Can you use it internally?
I just want you guys to do your research on that. Yes, you can use it internally. However, I want you to do your research on it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. So do your own research, do your own diligence, and learn about bentonite clay.
Learn about a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put a lid on this and then put it probably in the outside kitchen.
I'm leaving the link right here in the chats over and over and over again, over and over and over again. And not only that, I'm leaving it right for that bag of clay. So I don't know what else I can do for y'all. I can only lead the horse to the water. Over and over, I'm leaving it in here for you. What will you do?
So, and then I'm putting a plastic lid on it. If you don't have the plastic lid and you have the metal lids, I would recommend putting like a piece of parchment or plastic wrap on this so that it doesn't, you know, touch it. Because we don't want any.
Can you put it all over your body as a mud wrap?
Sure. If you want to do that, yeah, that would work. You could do that. Hang out for a little bit and
send us
rinse
pictures.
it off. I got
Can you make
massive-
pottery out of it? No, it's not that kind of clay.
I mean, it'll get hard, but
Doug, do you and Stacy have Japanese beetles? No, because
No,
we
no.
use the
But no, I'm going to tell you. Yes, we use the milky spore.
milky spores.
And since I did it about 5 years ago,
we have a video.
I only get a few little ones now. You guys want to know how to naturally get rid of Japanese beetles? Look into milky
spores.
I did a whole video on it, and no one watched it. I'm very sad about it. It's very good, and it really worked. And I didn't tell you, yesterday or the day before, I got my first few. They were on my zinnias, and just a few of them, but I have not seen any since then. So I have a few, enough for me to pull off and throw it to the chickens.
And the clay is awesome on tick bites. So you put it on the tick bite, sucks the poison out, everything out. I mean, y'all.
Spider bites.
All of it. Shabawa.
Mosquito bites.
Get you some. And use our link. Do not, y'all.
Oh.
Support the channel.
15%
use
off.
our links. 15% off of this bag. Come on. We work hard to get you guys these discounts. Stop floating around on Jeff Bezos' Amazon. I saw that guy landing helicopters on his yacht. Well, you know what I'm saying? We don't even have an electric bill. We're just trying to help you out. Bezos doesn't need your money. He's landing helicopters on his yacht, and he's got another yacht next to it for his other friends to be on. And probably inside of there are all those caged kids and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Don't get me going.
Okay. Now we have that done. I got my clay gel done. So, let's see. Oh, would you like to talk?
2-part bentonite? No. 1 part.
Bentonite clay.
2 parts water.
And then everyone next week, when we have our little
The
live
clay
show,
does not expire.
yeah, everyone can bring their little clay gel and say we did it, right?
Oh, and we have a follow-up too this week. We're also going to show you guys what it actually looks like.
So, do you guys remember last week when we were talking about the microgreens? Because anybody can do this anywhere. I did this one. Well, what happened was I had taken it off after the 3-4 days. And
the discount's code automatic. Keep going.
Those are my broccoli sprouts from
Just
Barefoot
use the link.
Microgreens. And a lot of you guys, we had talked about at Barefoot Microgreens how you could grow in your house, anywhere, in your truck, in an RV, if you're a little apartment. I mean, wherever you are. In jail, you could probably do it there too. In a little room, anybody can grow.
In the van
anywhere.
down by the river.
Yeah, anybody can do it. And the cool thing about it,
You watching Starry? You can do it right there in the van down by the river.
So what happened was last week when I was going to show you, we did it together. I put the dirt in and I put the seeds. And then after my 3-4 days, I went ahead and I thought, oh, I'll just go put it in the greenhouse. Well, chickens or guineas or somebody knocked it all over and it went everywhere. And I just had this little patch. So a day or so before that, so I guess it would be going on like
There's a Prop 65 warning because California's retarded. There, I said it. And don't leave any comments about what I said. All right? They got to put it on everything. They made everybody put it on everything. So it comes into their state. Everything has to say it.
Okay, so now here's my
It mixes, it lasts forever once it's mixed.
all right, let me finish talking.
Forever. Go on.
So this is my one when I redid it the day before that happened. And this is what it looks like. So this is probably going on 9 days or so. Doesn't it look beautiful? So they're ready to harvest. I'm just going to give them a nice little haircut. Oh, Doug.
Bah! Bah!
You're messing them up. No, they don't look pretty anymore. Look, he ate it. So simple and easy to do. I did 2 trays. This one I did a day or so later, or 2 days later, so it's a little smaller.
Let me taste those. What's the difference?
They're the same, I think.
It's kind of spicy.
That's the broccoli. So you get over about 40 times the nutritional value that you get of the actual plant. Broccoli sprouts are super, super, super food. If you want to start working on your health, they have something called sulforaphane. And the sulforaphane is wonderful.
Y'all are too uptight. Go ahead. Sulforaphane is wonderful.
And so it's just wonderful to add these little things to your day-to-day life. So I am a total advocate of microgreens and also sprouting. So a lot of people are confused between the two. Sprouting, basically, you're going to do it in water. Okay. And you're
so
gonna
sprouting is
water.
more like the aquaponics, and then the microgreens is more like growing in dirt.
That one thing though is there's a problem. Like I especially here because we don't have air conditioning. The sprouts you cannot grow them in the hot summer months because they'll mold and get icky. They're good in mostly more winter and fall, maybe early spring, if you have a really controlled environment. So that's why I would not do them. I would do my microgreens probably more so in the summertime because they're grown in the dirt. So, and then once they're done, you're going to cut them.
Be very, very quiet. We'll be finding the little chicks inside. I had a good time with that. I just was out there watching them and stuff, and then it just came into my head. So
It was good. So when you're ready to harvest them, all you're going to do is cut them by the dirt. And then I usually put them in like a little, like a little glass container. And then I'll put like a little paper towel on the bottom. And then you kind of set them in there to absorb any moisture after. And then I'll go ahead and put them in the refrigerator and they'll be good for a couple weeks. And then just use them for salads or top of tacos or, with egg sandwich or,
on your
by themselves
sandwich.
or graze like he just did.
It's barefootmicrogreens.com.
And she's got the whole kit.
Microgreens.com. Okay.
Oh no, they will not grow after trimming. So generally,
Right.
I'll take this out, the dirt, and I'm going to dump it, give it to the chickens, so they can peck on it, or you can put it in your compost.
That's the thing about it. And you can't put the same ones in there over and over because just like in your garden, y'all, when you put out, if you were doing raised beds or you're doing row gardening, you can't plant the same thing in the same rows or the same bed year after year after year without giving it some amendments and taking care of it because each plant depletes certain minerals and things from the soil. So that's why you have rotational crop. You want to move your crops around so that way the nutrients in the soil are beneficial each place you put it.
So I want to also talk about, since right now
What's that all about?
we're in a sauna right now
Oh, it's
because
pretty warm in here.
we're shut our doors in here. So let's talk about being uncomfortable because there is a lot of research now coming how important it is. You've heard so much about like Wim Hof and the cold showers or the ice cold plunge and how good it is for your nervous system and your immune system. Well, it's good the other way too, to be hot, to sweat. So right now, Doug and I are having a little detox because we're sweating to death, making sure that we're hydrating and we're drinking. But it is good to be uncomfortable. We're always in day out, always in, the air conditioning or in 72 degrees, and your body needs that time to fluctuate. Otherwise, your nervous system is just going to get very wimpy. So it's important that you're outside, inside, you spend time outside and you're not in that controlled environment. Right.
Plus, when you sweat, y'all, this is actually part of your detoxing system. If you guys are refusing to sweat because you're always in controlled environments, your body's not pushing out this stuff. That's why the pig is disgusting because it cannot sweat. Everything it eats stays on itself. And what did you say here now? I'm just looking here. Where you at? Nancy? No, not Nancy. Oh, it was Christine. Never mind. Somebody zapped you. It was a silly question. Joey. Sauerkraut lasts for a long time. We keep it 6 months to a year.
Or even more. I have some
more.
Actually,
especially if it's in the fridge.
When I did the Okie Homestead Expo, I think I did some older ones. It was over a year.
Our seeds are saved in envelopes. You can't save all your seeds in glass.
No, I got a lot of them
we
in
have
glass.
some, but a lot of them are in the.
And actually, I have so many seeds. I have some in like those little little plastic totes that snap. I've put them in there too.
Y'all, you better watch out for your food. Me and Stacy are trying to warn you. They are making you sick through the food. Okay, that we sell food in America that they will not even allow in other countries. Putin has just said that he will not allow any GMOs in their country anymore.
There's a lot of other countries like that.
I'm just just trust me. Now they're coming out with the lab chicken, FDA approved lab chicken.
It's no kill meat. It's called. It's from Good Meat. Good Meat division of
Good meat. Sounds good, doesn't it? They don't give a rip about you guys.
And they're calling it cultured chicken. And it's fake meat that they take from actual animal cells and they make in a lab.
You haven't seen anything bad about turkey filters.
And it's been approved by the USDA now in the United States. So I saw someone grilling it up. It just looks like a little chicken patty. And then they're going to start serving everyone, you know, that kind of yucky
it's
fake
disgusting.
Chicken.
So if you guys are not paying attention, you know, you're going to be buying food at the store that it says that it's been biochemicals are in it. It's going to be GMO'd. It's going to have, somebody was saying too, now pay attention. Okay. Now I haven't looked, but I'll try to look into this. But someone's saying now that all of a sudden, like the bread, and other stuff are showing up frozen at the stores. Okay. Like, so it was kind of this weird thing. Normally bread just comes ready to go. It doesn't ship frozen. And they're under the impression that because they're putting the mRNA and all the stuff, they need it to be cold when it comes to you. Like if you do your research, you can find that out. That's why they like putting it in the veggies. We did a video about it too, what they're putting in the lettuce and all this stuff. So make sure you guys are watching this stuff, man. They are going to slap this stuff in on you so slickety slick. So make sure you're getting your food, A, as locally as you can, and then B, read your labels.
And then remember when we did the thing about the avocado and then the stuff called a peel that
Yes.
Bill Gates' company is spraying on the outside, which you cannot wash off to help preserve it for longer and longer so it will not go bad. Well, it's not just in avocado. Now they're having it in cucumbers, I think, pears, apples, and limes. So you have to really be on the lookout for that little sticker. Okay.
Y'all, I mean, we try to tell you about eugenics. They're clearly talk about all the time the world is overpopulated. You know, they're using kids, the Greta goofball, all this stuff is all, they're out to destroy our culture, our past. They got you tearing down Thomas Jefferson and all these dudes, and they're trying to get you to buy into that they're racist. You know, I mean, on and on and on. This is all this last couple of years has just been off the chain. Coming in hot and heavy, y'all. Just had a superstorm in Arkansas through Tennessee. Watch out for the storms. Lot of spraying in the skies. I have, if you guys follow me on Twitter, it's at Doug and Stacy on Twitter. And man, we have people from all around the world showing their skies, and it's disgusting. Why is everything so disgusting? Why do we have to live this way in America right now? That's a great question. Why are we having to live like that? You're not even able to wake up and basically function good because it's like all this stuff's going on.
So it's your job right now to just be ready. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I mean, literally, who knows what's going to happen? Just like la 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 la.
What if they snap the internet off right now? And
Yeah.
you can't even call anybody. What are you guys going to do? Have you guys even thought about that? Have you sat down, men watching? Have you sat down with your family and talked about this stuff if it does go down?
I mean, you have fire drills at school. Remember fire drills? And they would have like earthquake drills and all that kind of stuff. Seriously, what would happen if something like that happened?
You guys should be talking
You need
about
a
this
plan.
stuff. If you have kids in school or that go out and go to work and they come home, make sure you talk to them about how they are to get home, how they should get home as fast as they can. Make sure you're stocking up on your bentonite clay and your salt and your gold and your silver and your cigarettes and your booze and your vodka and your rum and your scotch. And we don't even drink, but we'll have all that stuff because it's going to be a barter. I mean, just everything right now is a hot mess. Okay. So you guys, please pay attention. Please. Because the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. And you guys are going to be responsible for yourselves. You know what I mean? It's just a fact. Yeah, we grow cabbage for sauerkraut all day long.
Yep, lots of cabbage.
Lots of
Love
cabbage.
my cabbage. Okay, so, when I was talking about the peel that they have on avocados and now on cucumbers and apples and, asparagus too. They're doing it too. Pears, apples, times. Natural grocers is not carrying it. They will not carry the appeal. But like Costco, did I write it down?
If you use our link, you get the discount automatically at checkout.
Oh, I did write it down.
On any size, whatever you buy, it's on your total order.
So these are the places that carry the appeal. It is like a lot of the places most everyone shops too. It's Walmart, Costco, Trader Joe's, Ralph's, Sprouts, Vons, Kroger, Harps Foods, Price Right, Fairway Market, Target, Bristol Farms, and Wakefern. Those are retailers, and the natural grocers won't carry it because they are putting it in organic stuff.
What about stevia?
What'd they ask?
Just what about it?
Stevia that you buy at the store generally is not good because it's white. It's been chemically processed. They put maltodextrin, which is not good. You know, if you're going to do it, I would grow it yourself. The green stevia, you can dry it out. Honestly, for me personally, you can get it in a powder. You can even order it if you don't grow it online. Make sure it's green stevia. I like it just like you would have like loose leaf tea. I just like to crumble it up. And then I just put a little bit in if I want it in my tea. But generally, I like my tea without any sweetener. But there might be some. I like it, the chocolate tea with a little sweetener. So I'll put a little bit of that in there in my tea ball. And it works out great. So that's how I do it.
And Will, don't forget coffee. Like if you don't drink coffee, get some coffee. Like coffee will be a good barter item. Extra toilet paper. Just think about all the stuff that you use and think about the vices that people have. Cigarettes by the cartons you should get. People are going to be wanting all that stuff. Anything with MSG in it, because here's the other thing that no one talks about. You guys don't understand, man. We try to tell you guys what's up, but I don't know if you really understand the gravity of this stuff. You know, it's going to be one thing when the stores, you can't get something at the stores and the food's going to be disappearing and the people are going to be standing in line. Okay, so that's something that everyone thinks about and everyone talks about. Okay, the food. But what no one's talking about is the chemical withdrawal. You're going to have all of these people who are hyped up on MSGs.
And things that are like yeast extract and all these excitotoxins in your foods.
I started the conversation, butter. And they're going to lose their mind, okay? The Doritos eaters, the Red Bull drinkers, okay? They are going to lose their mind, literally. Tell them, Stacy.
Can I talk now? Okay. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. When you have processed foods, okay, it's just been heated and destroyed of all the stuff. A lot of times they'll put synthetic vitamins in it. It's just terrible. And then they put chemicals to make it taste good. I mean, there's these labs. People work to try to come up with these chemical cocktails. They put colors and dyes in it, which causes behavior issues in children, asthma. I mean, blah, blah, blah. It's terrible, all the stuff that happens. And then they put these chemicals that are called excitotoxins, which tricks your brain to tell you that it tastes good and you keep wanting more. So even if you are a very religious person and then you don't want to do drugs or anything and you're eating this is the same thing because it is tricking your brain and it is causing you to be addicted to something. So it's so important because what it's doing is it's messing up your body. So when you go to ingest it, your body thinks, oh my gosh, I'm going to get food. Well, in actuality, you know, it's going through there. It's taking more for your body processes. It's causing wear and tear on your liver, through your digestive tract, and all. And basically, you're eating empty food. You're not getting any calories, blah, 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 blah. I could go on forever. And then over time, you know, these people wonder why they're overweight. They are lethargic. They don't feel good. So when you just start eat real food, that you can pronounce the names and you can go and get it out of your garden or get it in the produce section at the store or get some grass-fed meat or sardines in a can, which are so amazing for you. Sardines are wonderful, wonderful food. You know, when you're eating real food, it can change so much. And then here's my other thing. I told them I'm going to go on a rant. I want to challenge every single one of you listening right now, all of you people, everybody.
The bentonite clay does not expire, does not have an expiration date.
Now you don't want to get it, you know, wet or any, you know, I mean, I would make sure, keep it good. Yeah, keep it good.
All right, come on.
So here I want to make a challenge to everyone. So, you know, I always talk about, you know, this lifestyle that Doug and I had totally changed our whole lives.
Big time.
So and it was very beneficial to us, helping our circadian rhythms, not knowing. Now I know, but when we were going through it, we really didn't know what was going on. We have been disconnected from the earth so much. We are taking things for granted. Did you guys realize that over 90% of your time is spent indoors?
Wow.
Majority of the population, 90% of your time. We are not meant to be inside all the time. We need to be outside in the sun. You need to be in nature. You need to be being barefoot, grounding with the earth, getting those electrons. They kind of basically, sort of like you want to like reboot, and it helps with inflammation. Thousands of studies that show that it reduces inflammation in the body. Did you know years ago, the top 3 things, people would go to the doctor for, 90% of the things they would go to the doctor for would be for like infections or acute injuries, like a broken arm or something like that, and having a baby. Do you know what 90% of the people go to the hospital or doctor for right now? For inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of everything. Inflammation is the root cause of cancer, diseases, sicknesses, and all that. Everyone is loaded with inflammation. Wouldn't you guys like to do like 1 or 2 simple things that are totally free that could help you reduce inflammation?
Totally free.
And I'm going to tell you 2 of them. And I'm going to talk about being barefoot later, but I'm going to talk about something else. This is so easy to do for everybody. So first thing in the morning, when you wake up, within 30 to 45 minutes of waking is when your cortisol is peak. So and cortisol is a hormone. It's an anti-inflammatory hormone. So this hormone is going to help with inflammation. So how many people wake up in the morning and you're achy and you don't feel good and all that kind of stuff? You're sore, you just don't feel good. It takes you a while to get moving. Well, it's because your cortisol might be whacked out. So one thing you can do if you're consistent doing this, and you do this daily and consistent, don't just do it one time and say it didn't work. You need to kind of fix your body, get it back into whack again, is to get up, get outside so you're able to see the sun within 30 to 45 minutes of waking up in the morning, okay? And then if you're outside, if you want to even make it better, maybe go for a little walk. Or maybe stand out there and do some stretches and, with the sun or whatever. But if you can go out and go for a walk, that would be a triple whammy, okay? And then what that'll do is it's going to help reset those cortisol receptors. It's going to help your sleep-wake cycle. It's going to help you sleep at night. It's going to help with inflammation. And if you consistently do that and get that morning light in your eyes, it's going to help you sleep better. It's going to help with your inflammation. Try that for 30 days. I want all of us to try to do that. Within 30 to 45 minutes of waking up, get outside, go for a little walk or something. And then that could totally save, a lot of you guys. I'm totally serious. So
easy.
So simple and easy to do. And I know a lot of people in the winter months, you might be, and I know it is for me, I will be a little achy because I'm out in the sun all the time. Because we have a little house. I'm outside all the time with the animals, or I'm walking, or I'm doing stuff outside. So in the winter, I can feel it. And you have to go outside, even if it's cold. If you can get outside, it's amazing what it can do. A lot of people get that seasonal affect disorder because of not getting the sunlight. But if you can get out and do it. The other thing that doing that in the first thing in the morning, if you go and you get jet lag, let's say you even go across the seas or you're traveling a lot. If you get up first thing in the morning, just like you normally do, get that sunlight, it could really help with jet lag too. So it's not foo-foo or crazy. This is something that has been around forever, and it really does work. And then the other thing is that will help with inflammation is grounding and being barefoot. So if you can, sit in a chair, a lot of people are like, I'm not going to take my shoes off. Sit in a chair with your feet in the grass or your feet in the sand or your feet, it's good when you have a little water because it's like a conductor that will really help even more. So if you're on the beach in the ocean, which is perfect, or do on the grass or the soil, and you're sitting there and you're reading, the newspaper, or you're reading a book, and try to do that 20 minutes a day. It's a good decompression for your brain. It's awesome. So those 2 things, being barefoot, walking barefoot, and then or sitting with your feet in the ground with some natural fibers, wood chips or something like that. And then also getting up 30 to 45 minutes upon waking and getting outside so you your eyes see the sunlight. It'll help with your sleep. It's going to help with your cortisol level. It could also help you possibly losing weight over time because you're, like I say, cortisol is a hormone. So those two things are so easy and so free, and just be consistent. That's a problem with all of us. We want something so fast, and you want results very fast. It might take a little bit.
And try not to use LED lights if you can, right? Because they're not so hot for your eyes.
And
also put in off-grid when you check out in the code, and you'll get your discount.
Well, here's another thing too you guys can do. Did you know, way back when people would have nighttime, you'd have firelight, right? Bonfires or a firelight.
I have fireflies.
So firelight. So you can get red light bulbs that you can put in your lamps so they're not over your head, and that'll simulate kind of like a fire, So that's something you can do. Or just don't have overhead lights. Make sure that you have like lanterns. So 30 days, all of you guys are going to do it, right? And when we come back in the next few weeks, everyone is going to not be so achy anymore, and you're going to be feeling good. And then you're going to get out in the sunshine a little bit, and you're going to get a little sweaty, right? Okay. What else do you got?
You can cook anything in the sun oven. You can use any of Stacy's recipes because it cooks just like an oven. So there's no special one. We did write a book for the sun oven just as a gift for y'all that she wrote down some of her cool recipes, but most of them are probably in her cookbook because you can cook the same stuff in it. Listen up. There's nobody hitting the thumbs up. And we need you to hit the thumbs up. Listen. Especially after Stacy gave you all that great information, and it's free. All you have to do is go outside and get your toes in the dirt and in the grass and the dew and stuff. The CBDC stuff, the central banking digital currency, is out, okay? And they're going to really start hammering it hard. And just like the COVID shot, it's voluntary, okay? Do not get sucked into this stuff, all right? If you guys, this is like over in Africa. They've been trying to roll this thing out over there. And they keep telling them to pound sand. No one's going for it. So if you guys stay away from it, use cash. Stay away from your credit cards. When you have a credit card, it's not a person-to-person transaction, y'all. You're having a third party involved, more fees involved, more trouble for you. When you use cash, it's a person-to-person transaction. I am giving you that note, and it is taking care of the bill right on the spot, the debt on the spot. And then when that person takes it, that $50, if I hand her $50 for this bentonite clay, and she takes that $50 and hands it to somebody else for something, it's $50, $50, $50. But if you use your card, it's less and less and less. We get back to the cash. We have to force it on them. But do not, if you guys are older or something and you think it'll be cool and you're not really sure what's going on with stuff, stay away from the CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, CBDC, that the feds are releasing, Fed Pay Now, all that stuff. Stay away from it. I'm just here to tell you, if you're on Social Security, some of you folks are older, watch our show. I bet you they try to pin you on it to make you, to get it. They're going to use that. So that's the big first test, will be that, because I already have you as a captive audience. So keep your eyes on this stuff. We do not need a central bank digital currency. They will track everything. I mean, you think it's bad now?
Okay, Donna says, can you use stevia in kombucha? No, you cannot make stevia or kombucha with stevia. You need to use sugar, because it's going to eat the sugar up. So you need just regular, organic cane sugar. Cane sugar. So that's stevia. Maybe after you do your second ferment, if you want to put a little stevia in, you could, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Electroculture is great. We're sitting here talking about grounding. We're talking about how the everything is electromagnetic. Everything has frequencies, and all that's doing is bringing the electrodes out of the dirt. And it is
working for people.
It's,
I didn't tell you something.
It just showed up on the scene. A lot of people are grabbing hold of it. We really haven't here, but it makes perfect sense.
And people are having lots of good luck with it. And I didn't tell you, I have to tell you. So I was over at the Amish, and one of the Amish boys they're having a contest at the school. So what they did is one of the men gave them, all the kids in the school, some seeds. They all got the same amount. And they're going to have a contest to see who can grow the biggest pumpkin when school starts, and then whoever gets the biggest pumpkin is going to get a new fishing pole and lures and stuff.
Yeah.
So one of the little boys was asking me about growing pumpkins and all this kind of stuff, and so they got everything go. He just planted his pumpkins like last week or so, and he's doing electroculture. So he went ahead. They're doing some remodeling. They're making a outside porch at their house, and they had some copper wires that they had for something. I don't know what it was. So he has it stuck in the middle of his mound for his pumpkins. So I'll have to let you know how it goes if his turned out to be amazing. So we'll wait and see what happens. So I know we do know a lot of people who've been doing it, and you can definitely see
the Murphys.
Yes. Yes.
So listen, we talked about in the very beginning was the bentonite clay. Okay, y'all should have this arsenal. Use our off-grid code when you check out, and you save money and you get free shipping. Okay. Also, right, this is the bag that it looks like when you order it. This is a 6-pound bag. Stock up on this stuff, y'all. I mean, it does not go bad. It does not expire. Give it to your loved ones. Educate them, y'all. These are the home remedies that have escaped us, and we're trying to bring it back to you, right? Get the bentonite clay. Get the salt from Redmond. Use our link. Use off-grid as a code, and save money and get free shipping.
I was just looking, Rick just talked, sugar withdrawal can cause flu-like symptoms.
For sure.
If you're stopping eating, the Red Bulls and a lot of processed foods, and you're cutting back on sugar, you could get headaches, you could feel lethargy, you could feel tired, you could feel flu-like, you could be getting rashes. There's a lot of stuff that could happen, and a lot of people are like, well, this isn't working for me, and then they go back to eating it again. Your body needs to detoxify, so it's very important that you're drinking plenty of fluids, you're getting, a pinch of salt or so in your water to help replenish the minerals, and just, eat good, healthy food, and vitamin C is very helpful for like detoxifying effects that you're having. So, and then you can get through it. But unfortunately, when you've got a clogged up liver, it's very important to drink good herbal teas. Chamomile tea's good, dandelion tea's good. Those things are good, for the kidney and things and liver.
And then when you mix it, it's 1 part bentonite clay. So you put in like whatever size it is. You just put in 1 part bentonite clay and then 2 parts water, and then you mix it all up. But do not use a metal spoon, y'all. The metal spoon reacts negatively with the bentonite clay. So you have to use a wooden or silicone or something like that spoon. Do not use the metal spoon.
Oh, and then I'm seeing lots of people about stevia. So, well, Joy says she cut out
and yes, use distilled or purified water. I'm sorry, no tap water. All y'all, no matter what, stop using the tap water.
That'll be making you sick. Let's say you're doing everything else right. That I would definitely
just use it to flush your toilet. That's it, man.
So Joy cut out all refined sugar and lost 20 pounds in 3 months. See? Now 5L Woodshop says stevia grow for seed or from starts. You could do it either way. Best place to buy seeds or starts. You could a lot of places, Johnny Seeds, Morgan County Seeds. There's a lot of places that sell stevia. So
of course you're going to order this stuff online and use your stuff. We're just talking about in general when you can help it. So you just put your parchment paper right on top of here, just a square, and then you'll put your lid down on top of it.
Or
it's no big deal.
The other thing you could get a t-shirt, piece of square. I use all the t-shirts.
We use it for cooking bread and everything.
Yeah, you put it, not cook, storing bread.
Yeah, storing bread.
You just put something there so that you won't have the metal touch it. And then Naren wants to know, what type of soil do you grow your stevia in? Just a good composting soil, a good one. Except for when you do grow it from seed, it's very important. You need to add a lot more seeds because your germination is much lower in stevia.
The 5-gallon jugs of water that you refill at the machines is good. We did that for many, many years. We went to the place and filled them up. It has reverse osmosis. It has filters.
And then we put what we would put
we remineralize it with our salt. So once you do all that stuff, then you drop in a couple of drops of your Redmond salt. The Soleil is very good. So you just make a little jar. We have a video about it. Put the salt in there, let it dissolve over a while, and then you just add a little bit of that water every day to your regular water.
Okay, Teresa wants to know, how do I dry herbs? I do them a couple ways. I use the sun oven because it's great at dehydrating. They have little trays, you can put it in there and you can dehydrate. If I'm going to do, when tomatoes come, I like to do sun-dried tomatoes in there. It works out great. Or any herbs. Another thing, let's say I have like a bunch of herbs. I'll put them in a paper bag. I poke holes in it, roll it shut, pinch it close with the clothespin, and I stick it in the back of my car on hot days, and in a day they'll be done.
And if you want to use the bentonite clay, you use it on cuts, burns, mastitis, any kind of tick bite.
Rewind this and watch.
We talked about it right about 10 minutes in. We started getting after it, but it's good for so many things. A face mask. If your kid has pimple problems, it can clear that up.
Tick spider bites,
mosquitoes,
bites, bee
stings, wasp stings. It's good for a soak. It's good for a rub.
Yeah.
It's good for you in your tub.
Angela says she made some of my special sauerkraut with apples, but it's getting too much juice in it and coming out of the top of the pickle pipe.
Too high.
No, sometimes it just happens because I made a bunch and I got to watch it. Now see mine. Oh, here. I'm going to show you. Because it is so hot. So here's the thing. It's probably like 90 degrees in here probably.
Oh, it's pretty warm.
So everything's fermenting very quickly.
People don't understand what we got going on.
So here.
Y'all, many, you can't do it. Honestly, you just can't look at this. It's okay. But those are just facts. A lot of people can't live with this one.
Can you guys see?
Especially like us, because we came from the city, right? Like, remember we told you stories, the Amish were taking bets against us. They were like, y'all will never make it. You'll never be able to handle this heat. Y'all are too soft.
What's that?
Well, someone's calling it a verified number.
So, do you guys see this? Can you see how it's my little nipple thing's full, and you can see it's really fermenting because it's so hot in here?
Hold on, let's see.
Can you guys see?
See how warm it is? See how it's getting a little bulge on it? See, she's a little filled up too much too.
So what happens is, this is fermenting. Like, this is not the perfect temperature to ferment in.
Right, it's too warm.
Anywhere from like 68 to 75 degrees is good, and it ferments much quicker. So this is all you're going to do, Angela.
And remember, when you're making like sauerkraut, the cabbage is naturally going to produce a lot of moisture.
So like I did it, and like yesterday, I only had this much juice in it.
Right.
And look, from yesterday to today, I did it yesterday.
I helped massage all that, by the way.
So just watch what's going to happen. So I'm going to open it. I went down. Well, it's not that full yet. It's at the very
top.
Very
it's so
top.
bulbarbaceous.
So all you're going to do, Angela, is dump some of it out.
Yep.
Then I'm going to get a paper towel. You're going to wipe it off really good. I'm going to rinse this out really good. Give me a paper towel.
Yep.
Please. And then just put your lid back on. And then start over. I mean, not start over.
I love this channel. We have so much information.
So I'm going to go do it real quick. I'm going to rinse it with some water. And then I'm going to dump this out and then clean it up around here and put it back. And that's it. And then you're just going to let it go the rest of the time. So easy. Oh, wait.
There's more. There's more.
Okay, here's another thing that happens. Except for I need to get some. Well, I'll use this.
Man, live demonstrations. We're showing you ferments live. We did the mixing of the clay live.
We
told you all the benefits. Why?
Because I need to get a chopstick.
Oh my gosh, now we need chopsticks.
I'm going to show them something else.
For all of our Korean folks and our Asian folks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, y'all are too uptight. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Would you help a guy out?
Okay. Here's the other thing.
Rosacea. The clay will help with rosacea.
Yeah, it helps with rosacea. Yeah, for sure.
Shingles, all of it.
All right. So
it's a wonder cure.
I like this. Sometimes, it's fermenting and everything's coming up. So it could be leaving cells of the sauerkraut. So
hold on, what? Say that again. What do you mean leaving the cells?
Well, it's because it's going up because it's fermenting the bubbles. It's just kind of moving up. The liquid is all moving up. So watch what you can do.
So it's forcing the liquid out of the bottom.
So did you see what happened, what I just did?
Yeah, look at all the bubbles. It just sucks the liquid down.
Did you see how it went back down?
See that? The liquid just came down from the very top down to like 2 inches down, just because she poked a hole with this chopstick.
And that's because if it's too warm, that would be the other reason that it did that. Sometimes you get just too much juice in it, but that it's so hot here, I can see it bubbling. That's my reason that it did it.
And so y'all, you sit around and you're watching our videos and you guys are in the city and you're thinking, man, I want to do this stuff. And then you get all like caught up in the minutia. You get paralyzed, analysis paralysis. I have a lot of people emailing all the time about fermenting, like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And look at this stuff, like we're in here, it's 90 something degrees. You just have to make some adjustments.
You can't have the perfect situation.
Stuff. Right. I mean, you just work with it and just kind of roll with it. And then if we can do it where we are, all y'all can do it.
Yeah, anybody can do it. How did people do it before? I mean, seriously, you're not going to mess it up.
You guys have been domesticated way too much. Your great grandma will be smacking you upside your head.
I was, a few days ago, I was at one of the Amish, it's a family, and they were taking care of the daughter's house while her husband and her and the family had gone on a trip. So they have 2 huge strawberry patches. And so I went over there. And the girls were out there and everyone was picking strawberries, the little kids and the mom. Everyone was doing their strawberries, just hanging out, sitting in the sun, cutting the strawberries, out there in the grass, sitting in the grass. They were earthing barefooted. You know what I mean? I mean, it's stuff like that. These just simple things. They weren't worrying about rinsing them off or anything like that. You don't need to do that. If you're not spraying any toxic chemicals or anything. So just kind of take things and I think we're just so overly sanitized.
We're a hot mess. Okay. Luckily, Stacy and we broke free and we're learning all this stuff. We still learn every single day. We are a hot mess as a people, right? We have been programmed and manipulated. It's just a big mess. I feel
we need to bring body odor back.
It's so bad, man.
It's okay to sweat and
I'm just saying, like, everything that you think you know is just a mess. It's not even,
Yes, today I have my farmer's manicure. I was working with Detroit dark red beets all day today, and my hands are like stained. I can't.
Like a murder scene over there. Yes, always do your own research. Never listen to anything we say. Trust but verify.
Always. Learn something every single day. So important. Oh, no discount until I use the code off-grid, someone said.
Well, I think that's a wrap, y'all. We talked about the bentonite clay. We're just trying to help you guys get your preps together. We already know what to get, right? So if we're telling you guys to get stuff, right, it's just to help you out, okay? Somebody's saying we've got infomercials going on, okay? We're trying to help you out. And we save you money, right? So get over it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and try to imagine, like, coming up with something to talk about every single day doing videos.
Oh, I have something else I want to talk about. Why are we blurry?
I don't know.
So remember I was talking about our 30-day challenge. Everyone's going to get out within 30 to 45 minutes upon waking, right? To help with inflammation, to help with your cortisol levels, to help with you to sleep and all that kind of stuff. Here's something else that's really important. If you get out and walk, because it's going to help the blood flow for your brain. So it's going to help with your brain fog and all that. The other thing I want you to even think about doing is to go upside down. So it could help with your sinuses. So, like in yoga where you put your hands down and your feet and you stick your butt up in the air, and that's called down dog. Well, you could just do this, sit in a chair and just let your head hang, and then you can kind of roll up, and then you can fall forward and then inhale as you roll up. And that way you're going to get blood flow to your brain, and you may notice, man, my ears were plugged, my sinuses were bad, and all of a sudden I can breathe out of my nose again. All that is your body needs to be moving, and we're just stuck sitting in a chair or moving here to there, and then you're all stiff. Y'all. So that's going to kind of help your body get back in alignment and get everything flowing like it's supposed to. So I'm adding to your 30-day challenge, getting outside in the morning within 30 to 45 minutes of rising. Look at the sun, go for a walk, try to put your head upside down. you know, and then come up, roll up a few times. And it's very, very, very important.
Arifa Amos, she said, I was told yoga is evil. I know. I mean, there's some people that go totally, you know, we were like that a little bit. We trying to do the no yoga stuff. I mean, it all just gets so much, isn't it? But I mean, you have to stretch your body out. That's a definite thing you have to do. So, I mean, you know what I mean? If you're, you know, chanting and ringing bells and all this stuff, I mean, maybe there's a problem. I don't know. But I hear you.
But your whole body, you have, you know, you ever heard about like traditional Chinese medicine? Your body has different meridians and how it's all connected and everything goes, and your body needs to flow properly. And if you are just like stuck doing the same thing, your body needs to move. You need to turn your neck, you need to stretch, you need to move, you need to go upside down. Tai Chi is awesome. Yes, it's wonderful. All these things are so wonderful for your health. So you just stretch and to move. You can
have to stretch, man.
You can find lots
Yahweh
of videos.
wants you to stretch because it does your body good, right? Like, oh my gosh, be careful out there, man. These people, some of them just it's too much, you know, but you want to be right. But
you can go and find wonderful stretch. If you want to do something, you can find tons of stretching videos on the internet, and you find someone that you like, and then you can just do them. But I'm just saying, anybody can put their head down and roll up a few times, taking a big breath in and out. That's right. It's awesome.
You just have to be like, you know, doing it for Mother Earth and the powers of the fairy dust queen jigaloos.
Yeah, everything that we can do is pretty much free. Getting out in the sun, moving, growing your own food.
And all that free stuff allows you to buy some bentonite clay. We're using our link. Y'all, you're going to, you know, there's going to come a time when you're going to be like, dang, Doug was all silly and stuff, but I wish I would have got the bentonite clay.
All right, Erica wants to know, how can I treat fleas and ticks on my animals? So if you already have them on there, I would use a good Castile soap. Wash your animal in it. Let the soap set on them while they're in a tub of water. Let it on there, and then when you rinse it off, all the fleas will come off. Make sure your house is already, you know, is clean. You know, I like to use the diatomaceous earth. You know, if you can wash the bedding, of course, but maybe you have carpeting, you can put a little diatomaceous earth.
Off grid.
Set.
That's the coupon code. Always on our stuff, it's off grid.
And then the diatomaceous earth will also, you know, you can leave it on for a few hours and then you can vacuum it. But I would definitely wear a mask because you don't want to breathe the stuff. And then the one thing I do, and do your research on garlic, feeding garlic to your pets, your dog, and how much and all that. And everyone says it's bad for your animal. It's bad for your animal. Well, the studies were given like tons of it, like, I don't know, 20 or 30 or 40 cloves, or I guess, was it even bulbs? I'm not exactly sure how much, but it was a lot of garlic. You're not going to give, like, Molly's a big dog. I just give her a clove a day. So like it's a nice size clove, and I give it to her throughout the flea and tick, because they don't want to bite you. Even I think for us, like, I have garlic. I crush, you know, 3 to 4 cloves in our salad every single day, and I noticed even with mosquitoes and the bugs don't bite me as much when I do that. I've been very consistent about it the past 2 years, and I have not been bit as bad as normal. You never get bit, do you?
I don't get bit.
He's got too much hair on his body, I think.
I'm super sensitive. When I went to school, here's the deal. When I was a kid and I went to summer camp and these dudes were getting the ticks, I was like, oh my gosh, I do not want a tick. And I totally talked to myself in my mind and my body, and I made my whole body like super sensitive. I'm not making this stuff up. And Stacy will tell you, I can feel them as soon as, like, I'm like, there's a tick on me, boom. And I just don't really have them to pull off because I have it in my mind when I was a kid.
I'm talking about mosquito bites or anything.
Anything. But the ticks, for sure, I was like, I do not want that on me. So my skin, I can just feel it.
Oh, here you go. Teresa says, have I made dehydrated dog treats in the sun oven? Yeah, of course. You can do liver. You can
chicken feet.
Yeah, that takes longer. Yeah, they're over here. I do those in the on my stove a lot because the chicken feed take a little longer.
Type in menopause got you down, off grid Doug. Type it in. Menopause got you down, off grid Doug. Menopause got you down, off grid Doug.
And Stacy.
No, just Doug.
And then well, another easy one to do, Teresa, is the liver. You can do dehydrated livers. Easy. Put them on some parchment in the sun oven and it'd be great.
We don't really eat corn. We don't grow corn. Corn has no nutritional value. We eat some corn tortillas or, some corn chips. Well, we don't really.
And I'll do corn a little bit in the summer, but we don't grow it.
No.
Because if I want a lot of nutrition and stuff, I get other stuff. Yeah. I'll just do it just for fun because I like it once in a while.
All right, so everybody complains because the average life attention span right now is running about 4 to 6 minutes. That's disgusting. So y'all can't even sit around for an hour and hang out and talk and exchange conversations, stay focused on topics. That's the average time. And they were saying right now, like screen time for kids is like 8 hours.
Oh, seriously?
It's disgusting. It was more than when they were telling us about TV. They used to say how much TV time people spent. The kids are now spending more time on the computer than the old days of the TV time. So, can you rent chicken processing equipment? I never heard of it. You might be able to borrow one from a neighbor or a friend, but I never heard of it.
Yeah, if you have a lot of chickens, and you're going to do a lot, you might want to just invest in one possibly. Otherwise, just get a bunch of people to come over and you can dunk them in some water and do them the old-fashioned way.
And now, these kids are walking around with glasses now. No one can pay attention to anything. I have all the analytics on these videos. You do a video like 10, 11, 12 minutes and, they're out of there in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. All the good information's in the middle or the end. It's never in the beginning. And so you always miss all the good information. I thought you did a video on popcorn and that it's good for you. No, we did a video on that there's no such thing as GMO popcorn because you can't GMO that popcorn. The only corn they GMO is field corn that they use for, they had to create ethanol gas for it, such a scam. And then they use it for other stuff, and then your, high fructose corn syrup.
And we like popcorn. And popcorn, it has nutrition. We like it once in a while, but we don't. No, we're not talking. We're
Doesn't
talking
have
about
nutrition.
You're talking about regular corn.
No, I'm just talking about corn. Period. Doesn't have no nutrition.
Yes,
look it up.
There's some.
Look it
yes,
up.
You're
look it
up.
Some.
You look it up right
look
now.
Look it up.
Wow. It has some.
Look it up. Look it up. Oh, I tell you right now, look it up.
Oh, Scott says that his wife's going to take the challenge. Why aren't you going to do it, Scott? Are you?
Yeah, Scott, big chicken. Why's your wife going to do it? Well, I want to see how she does, and then I might try.
Oh, and now Sheena says she got her mason tops and made pickles yesterday. Can't wait to try fermenting. Yeah, so I'm telling you, the mason tops. You can go and do mason tops to our offgridwithdougandstacy.com too, and you can get a discount.
We got all these discounts. If you guys just go to our website, offgridwithdougandstacy.com, we have a shop tab. We actually write books. We have books there. Stacy's books pre-sale. We announced it last week. I actually have one there that I haven't talked about that's pre-sale, but I don't want to, steal Stacy's thunder. So she's all about it right now. Thousands of the pre-sale. The reason why we do the pre-sale is because, it's no joke buying these books, right? You're talking about, like 5,000 books. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so we got to get an idea of how many y'all want and, scrub up some money for it. And then that's what we do. We pay for these books.
Now, Elaine says the book Earthing by Clint Ober. Now, Clint Ober he's a very fascinating man. There's a movie you can find on YouTube. You can learn all about it. There's lots of interviews with him you can find on YouTube, and he's very knowledgeable, and he's had a very interesting life growing up. Not you. In Montana, yes, he was a cowboy, a rancher, and just he's the one, I guess, that got the idea, what you might call him the father of earthing or grounding. He grew up around the Native Americans when I think he's 79 or 80 right now. So it's very, very interesting. So he's a very interesting man. And if you want to learn more about earthing or grounding and the health benefits from it, The book is good, called Earthing, and then there's a movie too that you could watch. So, or find other stuff on YouTube.
No more Dr. Leo. We've done our video series. We have a great playlist for you guys, and that's it. But I will be going out to the bees pretty soon, show you what's going on out there. I got to add some frames. They're busy as bees.
They are.
All right, here we go. Yeah, you're going to use the log cabin link when I put it out there. It's coming soon. So when we do this thing about my finger here, this is going to be a multi-video where we have...
But it'll take a while.
Or maybe I'll do one video, but I'll have a time lapse. I'll be showing you each rub and everything, so we'll show you how it all breaks live. We're out of here, so make sure you guys get your bentonite clay, get your salt in bulk, use off-grid to save money, get free shipping. Go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, hit the shop tab. If you guys have pre-ordered the books, they're not going to come out till fall, close to winter. We're working hard to get them done. I really spent a lot of time yesterday when it was 101 degrees outside on working on my book. Me and Stacy were doing sauerkraut, and then I worked on my book, and she kept on going with the fermenting. And then her book she's working on too, so she's going to be done soon. And then the other books are already done. If you order other stuff with your book, depending on what it is, you might get that first, and then your book will show up later, depending on what you ordered with it. Otherwise, everything will show up later on down the road. If you need it now, just say, ship me this stuff now, send my book later.
Oh, Brenda wants to know, do you put straw on strawberry plants for winter? Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's why they're called strawberry plants.
And then, I never even thought about that.
Come on.
That was good.
Hey, hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more tips and tricks. I mean, come on, folks.
Well, you put it on garlic too. You don't call them garlic.
Hey, don't be trying to steal. Hey, you call them. What do you call them?
Garlic.
No.
What are you talking about?
It's a stinking rose.
Oh, that's right. It is. We did a video about that.
All right, so we're out of here. Go to bed, Jill, before 10:30. And yeah, you got to have your 20 minutes no device before your bedtime. See, Jill is a good listener.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
What?
All right, you guys, as always, thanks for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. And actually, we enjoy your company in this lonely off-grid world we're living.
And everyone's going to do the challenge.
And if you guys wanted to come
Husbands
to the
too.
Homesteading Live Conference, we only have a few more tickets left. It's in Hannibal, Missouri. Man, are we going to have a good time. It is going to be cram-packed. And we're going to have great speakers and hands-on stuff and everything. I'll leave the link in the comment section right now for you guys. Homesteading Live Conference. It's the conference that Stacy and I host every year. We weren't going to have us back because we're talking about all this stuff, but we decided to give us a chance. But you guys should come to our conference. It's in Hannibal, Missouri. Super family friendly. We have face painters, axe throwing. Just a really good time. And there's going to be so much information. Your head's going to explode.
It is a lot of fun. We got a lot. I have lots of stuff planned. I'm going to do
Also, as soon as we come out of that, we're going to start lining up for the woman's retreat. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Stacy will have more information coming up about the woman's retreat. She's going to get with you guys in September. Okay? So stay tuned for that information. If you're on our mailing list, you'll be one of the first people to know. All right? So we'll see you guys on the next one. Anything else?
No, just do what we're supposed to do. 30-day challenge. You're going to go outside. You're going to ground. You're going to do all these things and see what happens.
And get your bentonite clay. Seriously, man, that stuff could save your life. I don't know what else to tell you about it. All right, see you on the next video.